my high school year, I was in Fort Myers, and then I came back here when I was 18 to stay with my mom. I had a really rough childhood. I was in state custody. I was in foster homes and stuff like that. Being around a lot. I didn't have any stability when I was a kid. So now as an adult, I'm having a hard time staying in one spot. If I get a place to live, I don't stay but maybe 2 or 3 months, and then I get bored with it, and then I have to move. Because my life has just been moving all, throughout my years. Now that I'm homeless, I've been homeless for a long, long time, and it's because it is so hard to get jobs when you have a felony record. You have any kind of criminal history. Now, I was an addict before I had my kids. I was an addict on the street, trying to make it, and I figured out, shoot, I want to be a mom. So I quit cold turkey. Got away from it, moved to Newport Richie, had my kids, had a house, picket fence, everything, you know what I'm saying, the all-American dream. And I loved it. It was my life. And when he went to the state and said what he said to them about my children, they couldn't prove anything. There was no abuse. They took my kids because I didn't have a job and a place to live. And I looked at them in courts and I said, really? I said, you guys are supposed to help people like this, to keep families together, not tear us apart. I didn't see my kids for 8 years.
How old are they now?
My oldest is 14. The last time I seen her, she was 6.
Wow.
So, it tells you, that gives you a little timeline of how long I've been away from them. She was a preemie. My oldest was a preemie. She was born early, 2 pounds, 12 ounces. She was very tiny. They didn't think she was going to live. Jacqueline is 12, very healthy. Amanda is 10, and then I have a 9-year-old. So, my 9-year-old doesn't even know me. They took her straight from the hospital when I had her. And I said, well, I'm going to a domestic violence shelter. I have a bed right there waiting on me. They said, that's not good enough. I said, really? Even though I'm going to a domestic violence shelter to get help from domestic violence, you guys are still going to take my child? You can't prove there's any abuse. You know what I'm saying? And it just didn't I got screwed out of my kids. But as a mother, I don't change what decision I made as far as where they're at now. It's, when I lost my children, it's like my whole life just fell. So of course I went back into my addiction again. And this time I ended up racking up a bunch of felonies, which just caused me hard to get a job, even McDonald's, because I have, serious felonies and stuff. Nothing about theft or nothing, it's just drug and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I can't even begin to even try to get a job. So it's caused me to be homeless. So
In terms of needs for you, would you prefer to receive food or clothes or money? What is the
if I had a place to stay, if I had a roof over my head, it would make it so much easier for me. It wouldn't be so stressful.
So what do you do
because
with
the
the
most
weather?
stress that you have out here is where you're gonna go. In the for the next, so many hours or whatever. And you think, see, now I come out here every day. Now I can come out here at 5 o'clock in the morning, lay my blanket out, and go to sleep. And do you know they haven't wrote me a lodging ticket here? But they will if you're laying on the sidewalk outside the shelter. That makes no sense.
It doesn't, no.
That does not make no sense. I just went to court for a lodging ticket because I was outside the gate. I was on the sidewalk.
It's backwards.
Yeah, it's way backwards. The lodging thing is just, it's ridiculous. You can't, you're going to court, you're wasting taxpayers' money for the courts, for somebody who you write a ticket out, and all you're going to do is just charge them court costs. And the first time I went for a lodging ticket, I looked at the judge and said, how am I supposed to pay your court costs? I'm homeless. I have no job. I can't get a job. Well, you can make a payment. How the heck am I going to pay a payment plan? if I don't have a job? The lodging thing is just ridiculous. But I mean, it's just. But I dealt with a lot of the homeless in that year. You know, I got sober again, trying to get my life back together. I'll tell you, out here, most of the homeless people have addictions or alcohol problems, and a lot of them don't know how to ask for help, or don't care for any help. You know, there are some of us, like me, that I would love to help. You know, I would like to be able to pack up my stuff and move to another city and get clean. You know, and have a place to live and try to get a job and try to rehabilitate myself. I like living like this. I hate it. But I deal with it because this is all I know right now. You know, I can't get a job. I have no family here. All my family has passed away. So I'm lonely, you know.